Hi guys, it's Rebecca. Thank you so much for joining me. For today's video, I decided to do something that's a little bit fun. Well, I hope all my videos are fun. I hope they're not boring. But I decided to do kind of a tag that I had seen years ago that Emily Noel did in her channel. I will link it down below so you guys can check it out. But I think it was about 3 or 4 years ago. It was the YouTube Made Me Buy a tag. And have a bunch of products here that if it hadn't been for YouTube, I wouldn't have even considered buying most of these. I used to have just one little bag where I had like all my makeup and that was it. Now I have drawers full of stuff. We're gonna start with Emily from Emily Noel 87. Even though Candy Johnson was was probably the first YouTuber I ever started watching. For a long time before I even branched out and started watching people. I was watching Emily Noel's when she lived in her very first apartment before she even had her beauty room. But anyway, these are the things that she got me started on. She's the one who started, who introduced me to different makeup brushes, starting with Real Techniques. This is a face powder, and then this is the I don't know what it's the one that I use for foundation. So Real Technique brushes because of her, and I also bought because of her the Sigma Flat Kabuki F80 that a lot of people talk about for foundation as well. And then these other two are from e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. complexion brush, which I use for, actually I use it to contour. This is what I use to like put my bronzer on my face and stuff. And then this one is the famous e.l.f. small kabuki stipple brush. This is the small one, as you can see, and this is what I use for cream products, cream bronzers, cream blush. Right now that I'm using it, I have two of these actually. And then I have either for bronzer or for blush or for my highlight, but for cream products, that's what I use this for. So there you go. And then two lipsticks that I got because of her. First is gonna be this Revlon lipstick in the color Primrose. A lot of people talk about this one, not just her, but she had a video on MAC dupes, and this lipstick was on one of them. And then this one, excuse the packaging on this one. This one's really ugly and disgusting, but it's pretty cheap packaging. It's from Wet n Wild, and this one was from the Fergie line. And this is in the color Ferguson Crest Cabernet A04. And this one was part of that video too. It's supposed to be a dupe for MAC's Rebel as well. So that's what it looks like. This one I really like this one because once it wears off, your lips are stained this color, so it looks like you're still wearing it. So I really like it, and it was not expensive at all. Something else that she talked about, and I want to say it was her, is this CoverGirl mascara. My one and true was the Maybelline The Falsies, and I had tried a mascara that she really liked from Almay. I think it was the Almay Get Up and Grow, and I tried that and I didn't like it. So when she was talking about this one, I was like, oh, you know, a little hesitant because I didn't like that Almay one. But I really, really do enjoy this mascara. Also, something else that I bought because of her is this Milani blush in the shade Luminoso. You guys know what this looks like. I'm sure it's very famous around the YouTube community. And it's a very pretty, kind of like orangey, peachy color for your cheeks, very pretty for the summer. So that's what it looks like. Something else that I bought because of her, and it's a repurchase, I already panned this and used it, is this Wet n Wild Color Icon, bronzer in Reserve Your Cabana. But we all know this is no bronzer at all. This is a highlight, very creamy. That's what it looks like. I can actually get away with using this to set under my eyes, and sometimes even as an all-over face powder. So really, really like that. Let's move on to eyeshadows. There was this quad from CoverGirl that she talked about in, like I said, those earlier videos, and it always just kept coming up on her favorites even years later. It's this CoverGirl quad, in Drama Ice. Now the thing already broke, but this is what it looks like. Sorry, bad place to swatch. That's the white, the black, the silvery gray, and the burgundy. They're very pigmented, very soft. These are getting kind of old, but they're still very creamy, and I really like that. They're very pigmented, they're easy to blend, and she has a tutorial, if I'm not mistaken, using this quad. So I will try my hardest to go through her videos and link all the videos that I'm talking about so you guys can see them. Also, she had a video on MAC dupes, and these two eyeshadow palettes or quads were bought because of that. This one is one that I already panned and I already showed you guys. I'll link the video up here, but this is the Wet n Wild in Walking on Eggshells, and these are supposed to be dupes for Shroom, Cork, and Naked Lunch from MAC. Another trio that's from NYX, and she said that these were dupes for Nylon, Satin Taupe, and Night Divine. So let me try and swatch them real quick for you guys. But that's what it looks like. Night Divine, Satin Taupe-ish, and Nylon. I don't think I said this is the NYX Rock and Roll Trio. I don't even know if they sell these anymore. I bought these years and years ago. So, but yeah, that's what it looks like. And that's why I bought them. So I figured, ooh, I have 6 MAC eyeshadows, and I even made a list of all the eyeshadows that I needed to buy. But then I started getting other things, and I kind of never went back and got my, you know, MAC dupe collection. Another thing that she really got me into was e.l.f. products. She's always doing like what's new at e.l.f. and the best and top 5 of e.l.f. and videos like this. So I got 2 face palettes. This is, I believe, the contour palette from e.l.f. So I got that one, and I also got the blush palette in light. I think this is the light one, if I'm not mistaken. This one right here, this is an e.l.f. bronzer in golden. I think this is a newer release. I think she put out a video of like what's new at e.l.f. or something like that. New e.l.f. products or something to that effect. But this bronzer, I haven't used this yet, so we'll see how that works for me. And then she had like a little video series on makeup dupes for makeup palettes, and this one is from e.l.f. and I can't remember, I didn't look it up, I forgot to look it up, what this one was a dupe for, but it's a very pretty color. I want to say it was for a Tarte maybe. Oh, I could be mistaken, but this is what it looked like. It has a nice blue, like a yellowy, like a greenish yellow color, a cream, a dark brown, a light burgundy, and a kind of like a light pinky color. It's not transferring well on camera, but I haven't even used these. I just bought it, but I never used this. I will link the name down below for what this is supposed to be a dupe for, but it's a dupe for a higher end palette. The last 2 things from Emily that I have here are a NYX 10 color eyeshadow palette. This is in the color Caviar and Bubbles, and it's a very neutral eye palette. So that's what it looks like. And she made this video, I think, a full face using only 5 products, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is where I saw this palette featured in. But that's what it looks like. A lot of neutral colors. You have a black, a white, and the rest are some sort of range from light browns to taupey colors. It's almost all of them are matte, but there's a couple like this one that are have a little bit of a sheen to it, but real pretty. Honestly, I've only used this a couple of times. And in that same video, she had this IT Cosmetics Vitality, what is it called? Live, Love, Laugh Vitality Face Disc. Woo! I can't say that fast, but this is what this one looks like. It's a disc. You have your bronzer, you have your blush, which is extremely pigmented, and then you have your highlight powder, which is very pigmented as well. I was thinking about maybe panning this because this is getting kind of old in my collection, and I was thinking of maybe panning it next year, but I found another palette that's actually older. so I'll probably save this for later on. Next, move to Candy Johnson. Now, like I said, Candy Johnson was one of the first ones that I started watching. So from her, I didn't get as much products to buy, but more like techniques and ideas of how to use the makeup that I already had. But for her, I gotta give her that she introduced me to the L'Oreal True Match. I really didn't know how to match my like my foundation and my powders. I always had like the wrong color. It was either too pink or too yellow, and she taught me how to find the correct shade. And the little trick of, once you find your right shade, take the bottle with you, and then you can just match any other brand to the color that you have, because if it looks as the same as the one you have, hey, it'll match whatever color. Does that make sense? Anyway, this is the True Match. This is my powder. I'm in W3, and I always reference any powder or any foundation to this color, W3. That's what I know I am. I really also like the blush in Baby Blossom. There you go. And also that was a dupe from another video that Emily did. I'm telling you guys, I will link all the videos down below. But the foundation, I'm also in W3, and it's the Lumi and the regular True Match. I will insert pictures so you guys know what I'm talking about. But she introduced me to that line. And then of course, MAC products. More specifically to this blush, cream blush in Peony. That's what it looks like right there. Very pretty color. And that's what it looks like on the pan. It's a little sweaty because it's really hot here, but that's what it looks like. And then also the highlight in the color Pearl, and also in the color Shell. I have used up Shell already. That was my favorite. I like that one better than Pearl, but Pearl is right here. Pearl's a little bit wider, whereas Shell, I want to say, is a little bit pinkier. But I like both of them, like I said. But these two were the ones that she introduced me to. And then of course, lipsticks. Angel, I'm sure everyone knows what the color Angel is like. It's right there. That's what this one looks like. And also she introduced me to, there was this other one that she talked about, Myth. I haven't used Myth. I've never purchased it. And then Creme de Nude, which I panned in my finished 13 by Halloween. And I will link the video so you guys can see what that other one looked like, in case you guys don't already know. Let's go to Nicole with Young, Wild, and Polished, or YWP, like she she references it just to save time. I have a couple of makeup stuff and then some skincare. First, the Jordana Best Lash Extreme from, well, I buy mine at Walgreens. Ooh, this one's super old. But this one, she raved about it a long time. I haven't heard her talk about this one in a long time. But this is really good mascara for volume and length. It's super inexpensive. I think it's around $3. And she really loved it. In her empties videos, she would have like 2 or 3 of these in each empties video. So I figured, oh, that mascara must be really good. And since it was so inexpensive, I decided, why not? So I got that. And then these 2 blushes, this was totally an impulse buy because she mentioned them once in one video, and that's it. I've never heard her talk about this again, but apparently she influenced me enough to go buy them. And these are from NYX. These are the Baked Blush and Illuminator and Bronzer. I don't know, they're not bronzers for sure, but that's what these looks like. This is in Spanish Rose, and this one's in Journey. That's what Spanish Rose, oh, you can even see it on camera, it washes out. But it's really, I really like bubblegummy pink. Looks real pretty on the skin. That was Spanish Rose. And then Journey, it's a little bit darker. It's more like of a mauve color. They are a little bit chalky, but on the skin they look really pretty. And then I use I can't remember the name of it, but it's from Too Faced, and I think it's like Peach Bunny or something like that. And I use it over this as a blush topper, and they look really pretty on the skin. I don't even know if she likes them anymore because, like I said, I haven't heard her talk about it anymore. And then the next thing is this Divergent palette. If you guys are following me, are following my Finished 13 by Halloween, I have a lip gloss that went in this palette. But this is what this palette looks like. You have a bronzer, a mauve kind of color blush, and then you have your basics. You have your cream color, what do you call this? Like a taupey brown color with a little bit of satin finish, and then a dark matte brown. And then the lip gloss went in here. And then the skincare thing that she talked about is this Borghese Fango mud mask. I think that's what it's a mud mask. She talked about these in her empties and her skincare, how it made her skin look really flawless, and she just liked what it did to her skin. And I saw this once at Marshall's. I think it was on clearance already for like $12–15, and I remember that she talked about it and she loved how it worked, so I decided to get it. Moving on to Melissa from Honeybee Philosophy. Let's see, I have some skincare, which I'll start with that. These are more of a recent influence. I don't know if you guys knew that she became like a spokesperson for the Cover FX brand. I don't know if she still is or what's going on, but one of the things that she was talking about were these infusion drops, custom infusion drops. You have the anti-aging, the hydrating, the radiance, and the calming. And she talked about how much she liked how these worked on her skin. Granted, she was working for the company at the time. I don't know if she still is, but she did such a good review that it was enough for her to get me to buy these. So, and then the rest are makeup. One thing that she loves is this Tarte Park Avenue Princess in the matte formula. And this is what it looks like. I haven't really used this. I'm trying to concentrate on my Chocolate Soleil powders because I have, you know, you get those little samples with like almost anything. So I had a lot of those and I've been working through those. So this one I haven't shown much love, but usually the Park Avenue Princess has like a little bit of a golden shimmer to it, and this one's completely matte, so I really do like this one. And then two lip products that she talked about. One is from the Sephora House brand. This is the Luster Matte Long Wear Lip Color in the color Fig Luster. And that's what this looks like. It's a real pretty like mauve color, perfect for this time of year. That's what it looks like right there. I don't know if this is available. I bought this last year, but that's what it looks like right there. It's very good. It's very comfortable on the lips. It doesn't dry them. And then this Clinique lipstick from the Clinique Pop color in 01 Nude Pop. She also talked about this one, and that's what it looks like right here. This is very sheer. It kind of goes on clear on my lips. It kind of disappears, and it feels more like a lip balm on my lips. But I really do like it. Oh, it's so hot here, it's melting. And then two eyeshadows. Back then Sephora used to have, and I'm talking about maybe like 2 years ago, maybe even 3, these outrageous Prismachrome eyeshadows, and this is in outrageous metallic taupe, and this is what it looks like a quilted pattern, and it's a very pretty color, very dark, very pigmented right there. You can blend it out and make it look lighter, but I really love this color, and she talked about it non-stop, so hence I had to get it. And then this other one is from Urban Decay, and this is in the color Lounge, and this is a more recent addition to the brand, I guess. And oh, wrong place to swatch, and it looks like a green, but then let me put it over here. It has like this metallic green, but then you get like a kind of like a brick red shift to it with some purples and maybe some blues. It's real pretty. Let's talk about Denny from Coffee Break with Denny. I have a couple things here, and I have one thing here that I don't have anymore. I ran out and I just never repurchased it. First, it's a face brush. This doesn't have a name. It's from Target, and she had mentioned that I think it was her mom is the one who told her about these brushes from Target. And I went and I to take a look-see for myself, and I really did like them. I use this to bronze my face. That's what, it's very dense, and you can also use it for foundation. I've used it for foundation once, but mostly I use like to contour, and then I use a fluffier brush to brush it out. But she was behind this purchase. And then the next thing here is this Rimmel Scandalize eyeshadow stick crayon in the color Bad Girl Bronze 003. It's brown bronzy color. And she had made a video, a get ready with me using this color. I think she has since taken it down. I tried to look for it so I could link it down below, but I think she took it down already. And she used this product. I mean, I only saw her use it once, but she was fairly new, and I thought she was so cool. And so I decided to go get this because, you know, she was using it and her makeup look came out really cool. It's very dramatic, dark eye. It looked really, really cool. And then I have this thing, this Garnier BB cream. This was purchased because of her. She had mentioned that this and then the L'Oreal Miracle Blur, which I also bought but I don't have anymore. She said that these, just using those two together, make your skin look very even and real pretty. So I decided to go ahead and buy these. I ended up not using them together. I used up that primer, the L'Oreal primer, with a foundation, and then this stayed behind, and I just recently started using this. So I mean, I like it okay, but I would not purchase this again. Not one of my favorite purchases. And then this I got, she talked about it on the last Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty, and it's this Stila Eyes Are the Window shadow palette, and this is in the color Mind. I guess these are the shadows that you get. You get what, 12 eyeshadows in this palette. They're all matte, and this is very reminiscent to that new Urban Decay eyeshadow palette that's coming out later on in September. Yeah, that's what this looks like. Hopefully I can start using it soon. We'll see. Next YouTuber I have to talk about is Cherish from Pretty Pistol 87, and I have two things here, well, three things here from her. The first one being the Max Mineral Skin Finish in the color Soft and Gentle. She panned one of this last year, and she went through it so fast. I don't know how she does it because this stuff is super pigmented, and I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but I have like the tiniest like little dent here on top of the dome, because I just put like my little brush, and that's what I use mostly for like an inner eye corner highlight. Oh, you can see it better there. You see the center right there? That's where I have the dip. But yeah, this totally because of her. And then these other two things I bought because they look so good on her and she really likes them. Granted, she's a lot more fair skinned than I am, but I figured, oh, they look pretty on her, maybe they'll look nice on me. And this is MAC lipstick in Snob. It's this color right here, very cool toned pink. I like how it looks on me, but it's not my favorite. And then this Dior liquid lipstick, fluid lipstick in the color 839 Kiss Me. This is another pink color, very pretty. I would think about purchasing this again, not necessarily the same color because I'm not a big fan of how it looks on me, but this formula is really good. Next thing, these are things that I can't, you know, relate to a specific YouTuber. I bought these because I had seen them around in the YouTube beauty community. So first, body care, Purity facial cleanser. A lot of people talk about it on YouTube. A lot of people like them. It's their holy grail. It's not my holy grail, but I really do enjoy it. It really does take my makeup off. I just have to work it kind of a little bit around my eyes because I always use waterproof makeup. I mean waterproof mascara. But I really do enjoy this. I already purchased another one. If you saw my latest haul, you'll know that. Dry shampoo. I used to wash my hair every single day before I discovered the YouTube beauty community, and I have used so many different kinds, so many brands, the Batiste, the Dove, this one, Not Your Mother's, the one from Amica, I think that's what it's called, the powder one from Bumble and Bumble, the Suave one, the one from Oscar Blondie. Is that how it's called, his name? Anyway, this is the one that I'm using right now, the one from Not Your Mother's, and I really do enjoy it. The natural deodorant trend thing, I really do like natural deodorants. This one in particular smells amazing, but in the summer I cannot wear natural deodorant. I sweat, I stink. It's really hot here where I live. I live in the desert, and so this does not work for me. I have to stick to using this in the winter. Another thing here is this Queen Helene Mint Julep Mask. I'm using right now. I'm panning this one for one of my projects, and this is like the first face mask I ever talked about on YouTube. This is my second tube of this, but I want to branch out, and probably won't buy this again anytime soon. I just have so many masks that I've just accumulated as I started collecting more stuff, but I like it. See, MAC Fix Plus, this one's empty, but everyone and their mother loves this one. I don't notice that it does like a big difference for me. Honestly, I just used this for when I was lazy to wet my beauty blender. And then this Donna Karan Cashmere Mist Deodorant. A lot of people here talk about it, and I bought it at the Nordstrom anniversary sale. They had a sale for, you're basically paying for 2 deodorants, and then the third one was free. But I did not like this. This one's like too much of a mature scent for me, and I wasn't a big fan. So I'm using this one, but I gave the other ones to my mom. Did not like that at all. Beauty blender, I talked about it. This is an old beauty blender. This is going in the trash after this. But because if it wasn't for YouTube, I would have never paid that much for a sponge. These Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealers. I have one in light and in medium. And then I'm panning one, the neutralizer one for my Finish 13 by one of my projects. I can't remember which one, but I'm using that one. I'm not the biggest fan of that one. I don't know if I'll feel different once I use these other two, but that's that. The Anastasia of Beverly Hills Brow Gel. Never did I used to put any kind of like clear brow gel on my eyebrows, but then you know, you buy things and then they come like the little sample, and then you get hooked. And I really enjoy this now. Can't live without it. I love it. I have this, you can't even see anymore, but this is the Rimmel Scandalize in the color nude. I already finished this one for my waterline, and I ended up using this as a base for my eyeshadows. So that's how I use this up. Another thing, it doesn't get much spotlight anymore, but this is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Brightening Eye Perfector. A couple years ago, this was very popular on YouTube. I think Makeup by Tiffany D talked about this a lot in her videos, and it was one of her favorites. And I think that's why I got this one. I think, don't quote me, but then I have the Wet n Wild Matte About You. Back when this used to, I first bought this when Fergie had the line with Wet n Wild, because this was supposed to be a dupe for the NARS powder, and I really like this, and it's super inexpensive, and I've purchased it several times since. And then the Hourglass powders, when these came out, these were all the rage. Like, see how old this is? This has like the old lettering in the packaging. This specific one is in dim light, and that's what this looks like. I've used a smaller one of this, and then I'm working on a second one, and I'm all dim light out. I think I'm not even gonna start on this one. I'm gonna take a break because I've been using this one for so long. I like it fine, but it's not my favorite. Then eyeshadow palette, Tartelette palette. I asked for this for my birthday because this was so freaking popular, and I have never used it, guys. Never. See, it's brand new. I haven't even swatched it. I am ashamed. Like, why did I ask for this if I wasn't planning on using it? And this is 2 years ago. It's gonna be 2 years ago on my birthday. My birthday's in February, so it's gonna be 2 years. I asked for it, I got it, never used it. Another thing that I bought that I didn't need is this Chicathon from Benefit. And it has a mirror. Oh, great. And it has 5 full-sized blushes. It has the Rocateur, Dandelion, Texas, Coralista, maybe, and Hula. Yes. And that's what this looks like. They're full-sized. I think the price was $56 if I'm not mistaken. But you want to hear the crazy thing? I already had this. This is the Real Cheeky Party from Benefit. It came around the holidays last year. And it has the exact same colors but in smaller pants. Why did I think that I needed 2 of the same thing is beyond me. I thought, oh, but you know, I rationalized it. You get 5 full size for $56. And so it's a steal, which it is, but I mean, it's gonna take me forever to go through 5 of these. Why did I buy it? I have no idea whatsoever, but that's what watching YouTube does to you. It makes you buy things you think you need, which you don't, but you buy them anyways.